We're following 4 groups as they work on a key scene from Shakespeare's masterpiece, King Lear. And today the groups have all been brought to Stratford for a unique workshop.
We're just going to swing the arm back and open it out and swing it back.
At every stage of the competition, the groups have the opportunity to work with a professional mentor. But in this round, they've been given an added bonus. Over the course of one weekend, they'll be working with the Royal Shakespeare Company's voice and movement coaches, undergoing the same training as the nation's top Shakespearean actors.
So the plan for today is to give you some tools for your toolbox to help you to look at and explore Shakespeare and these plays in a different way. Not in a different way, but in a deeper way. The thing about this work is actually it provides you with clean ways into the text, entry points. They're really great ways of finding your way into the play. So instead of kind of blocking stuff, you'll find that the plays will give themselves shape. Only 8% of the population could read and write at the time these plays were written. So the word is essential. They weren't hearing the word and then, like we do, unconsciously see it on a page. You know, we do that unconsciously. They were completely engaged with the sound and the colour and the descriptive quality of the word.
The 4 groups will each have a half-day session learning about the voice and half a day on movement.
Spread yourselves out a bit more. Use more room, please.
This is Struan Leslie, the RSC's head of movement, and any actor that comes here will find themselves working with Struan on a daily basis.
Keep the toes on the floor.
Today, time is limited, but Struan has put together a short taster course which will teach the actors to move and think about their body in a way they never have before. And it starts with that most basic of activities, standing.
Go to where you habitually stand when you're waiting for the bus. Where's your weight? On one leg, and where else?
The side and back.
It's also the side and back. Where are you going to move? If you were to follow this position through, where are you moving? Go on, follow all the way through. Do it. Do it. Slugs on the floor. So this is where we're headed, ladies and gentlemen, back to the swamp. So come back up and now look. Weight balanced on both feet. Where are you going? Only forward? Anywhere. Yeah, we have the potential now to go absolutely anywhere. And being an actor, I want that possibility as opposed to always colouring everything from this place. So my choices here are so limited, yeah, in terms of what I can do. Even if I do get myself into another position as a character, I'm always going to have a wee bit of this in it. And we're not always going to want to play Richard III.
Each lesson in Struan's workshop builds on the last. Having shown the actors the importance of standing in a balanced position, he takes it one stage further and shows them how they can use the way they stand to influence others.
So we're going to stand facing a partner, and we're both going to stand in neutral, and then I'm going to offer you our hand. Then if I shift my weight forward, there's a change already in his face, and then there's something else. Yeah? So simply by shifting my weight, I'm affecting him.
Yeah.
I think I might be scaring you. We take in 70% of our understanding non-verbally. 70% of what we communicate is not spoken. The body is telling us. We have like a wee decoder. It's like we've all got our own wee black box. Just watch what happened to Charney's body. Now shift your weight forward and offer your hand. Yeah, maybe not quite as much as that. But did you see what happened to her body? What happened? Great. Primarily as actors, you're storytellers. And we can tell stories simply with space between people.
Through a series of exercises, Struan gets the actors to listen to their own body.
So just take that out into space a little bit more.
We all have physical habits, and he gets the actors to categorise theirs in terms of weight.
Do you move light or do you move heavy?
Space.
Are you direct or indirect?
And time.
Are you sustained or sudden? Do you work with long duration or short duration?
Direct, heavy, sustained.
Oh, very good. It's interesting that you can hear it, can't you? Even in the resolve. Yeah? Do you recognise that as something of Bruce?
Yes.
It's interesting, isn't it? So heavy, sustained and direct is pushing. Heavy, sustained, direct. Yeah? As opposed to if it was heavy, sudden and direct, that's a punch.
Once an actor understands his body's physical habits, he can start to change the way he moves.
So if you were strong, I'd like you to be light. If you were sudden, I want you to be sustained. We might think of it as beginning to create something that we might call character.
But the biggest lesson of the day is how this physical engagement can bring a text to life. Handing each of the actors a speech, he simply asks them, with no preparation, to speak the words in the spirit of their physical habit.
Puncher, ready? Go.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? From this time such a...
Just do the first line.
Was the hope drunk?
Yeah, do you hear what punching does to those words? Was the hope drunk? Bringing out all those fantastic consonants. And she's doing it, isn't she?
You get a bit of more flow, you get the whole speech and it actually means more because...
Great. Even although we haven't sat down and done hours of textual analysis and stuff, we've got a connection with it. There's something quite interesting about the process of doing Shakespeare. We kind of treat it as an academic exercise sometimes. We go, what does it mean? We need to know what every word means. Actually, we need not necessarily to have a dictionary definition, but we need to have a connection with the text.
Nice!
In the room next door, Michael Corbidge, the RSC's head vocal coach, is leading the voice class. Like Struan, Michael's approach to theatre is anti-intellectual. He wants the actors to shut off their powers of analysis and approach the text purely through its most basic element, the spoken word.
Look what you were doing to the vowels and look what you were doing to the consonants. You know, the word hell. Hell! And that's exactly what hell is. You can hear that kind of echo as he tumbles into it. Hell lives in your body somewhere. Your body is a barometer for words, isn't it? Hell feels like it's really deep down. What you're doing is actually giving yourself the opportunity to mine, really dig down deep and into dark places to find what really that word is. And you know what that word is. You don't have to get a dictionary definition for it. Even if you don't know the word, if you plumb it and mine it and trawl it and excavate it, you'll find it.
'Tis torture.
Michael believes that our speech is so instinctive to us, so ingrained, that if we allow our bodies and voices complete freedom, they will express the meaning of a text far more truthfully than the intellect ever could.
When you say the word flies, as in the buzzing variety, you know, carrion flies, I want you to shake for 3 seconds like this. Flies! Go, I'm going to count, go. Flies! Very nice.
In this exercise, Michael has given the group a speech from Romeo and Juliet, and he's asked them to attach actions to certain words.
Off you go.
Hast thou no poison mixed? And sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death?
The group have had no preparation, but as if by magic, the speech starts to come to life.
But Romeo may not. He is banished.
Tell me about that exercise.
It sounded as if it was being performed, but it wasn't, because you weren't doing it.
It's not being performed. You switched off the acting gene.
Yeah.
No one's told you to project.
But there was emphasis.
Yes.
That didn't come from...
Yes. But your voice is starting to harness down into the root of yourself.
Without them even trying, the actors are emotionally connecting to the text.
Lives, death. So just check a bit of tension.
Fast forward to the last exercise of the day, and extraordinary things are starting to happen.
The object of this exercise is to kiss Juliet. All right?
Who's Juliet? Oh, right, OK.
I'll give you a clue. What? Got it? There's going to be a bit of resistance, because they're going to hold you.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here and may look upon her, but Romeo may not.
There has been no analysis, no discussion, nothing anyone would call work, but you'd never guess it.
To kill me! Banished! How hast thou the heart?
'Tis torture and not mercy.
Before she came to Stratford, Tracy was scared of Shakespeare. Now, all her inhibitions have disappeared.
Oh, friar, that damn use of that word in hell! And my friend professed to mangle me with that word, banished!
What we've done is take a piece of text, bounce some words around, get it into a kind of physical state, and then that is the outcome. Is it remarkable?
Yeah.
Why is it remarkable?
It's understandable.
It's totally understandable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And although it's quite raw, character's already there, isn't it? Character somehow kind of crept up behind you and suddenly just gone shoo, and lodged itself inside you. How do you feel on drugs?
Emotional.
Yes.
And I'm a bit shaky and my heart was really going.
You've probably crossed that threshold from performer actor to somebody who is actually in a moment of complete and utter truth. And that truth can be arrived at really quickly.
By the end of the weekend, everyone goes away with a deeper understanding of the craft of acting.
Fantastic. The whole day was just absolutely amazing.
It's always terrific. It's like we've had about 6 months of workshops crammed into one day.
But for one, it's been a revelation.
I mean, I kind of don't even know if I can actually vocalise it. I was absolutely blown away by it, and I don't really know why. I've done amateur theatre for 28 years, and I don't think I've ever connected to anything to how I felt I'd connected with myself, I think, at that minute. I just think it was one of the best experiences I've ever had.